Nice little backyard game of croquet. Let's see. Hit along. Well, I don't know.
Larissa.
Larissa, come on. Croquet is a great summer game. You know that if you play with your family and friends. But what if that croquet set of yours is looking a little tired, a little worn out? Ken is here. He's got a really wonderful way to repurpose that into a beautiful DIY croquet table.
Yes. So I love croquet. I think it's
I didn't know that about you, by the way. That was part of your history.
Right. So like while you were playing football, I was croquet chairman at Princeton.
That's fabulous.
And here we are together at the table. Yeah, so I it was such a great summer badminton and croquet.
Yeah.
It has these sort of very nostalgic American roots. And then in college, because I couldn't do anything else athletic, I was croquet chairman. I actually knit this sweater my freshman year.
You did not.
I did too.
Did you really?
I was that much of a loser. Not a lot of friends. And we had croquet at my wedding. I think it's just this. It's wonderful.
A fun game.
It's great with kids, but you often end up with 4 different sets in your garage from different places.
Yes, the head's loose on it or something. Okay.
So it's a great little project to use that and to still have fun with it.
So what are the materials we're going to need?
So what you're going to need is 4 croquet mallets. So of the set of 6, you can find 4 decent ones. Your stakes. Now what I did with the stakes here is I actually cut off the tips. So cut off your tips, and then you're going to need a tabletop, 18 to 24 inches, which you can get from any hardware store.
Okay. Well, I saw you earlier.
Yep.
And I was like, what are you doing, Ken?
So first thing I had to do was cut out these notches. That's
a
little tricky. I'll show you how I did that. Just mark it on, you want to mark the same spot on all 4 of your mallets. And you're just going to take a jigsaw and just make tiny little cuts straight in, like an 1/8 inch apart or so. It doesn't really matter. And go right to that line where you want to do that. Once you've done that, just go back through at a slight angle and just sort of chip them out. And then once you do, it's not an easy cut. So but you're going to do that, and you're going to get that notch.
Okay.
Once you've gotten the notch on the mallet, on the opposite side of the notch, go in and make a little, what do you call it, countersink hole. And what that's going to do is help you from cracking. The big challenge here is just not to crack the wood, since it's pretty narrow and often will be old.
This is not an easy cut to make, let alone with a jigsaw. Would you recommend? Is there other options to go with?
If you could find a square drill bit. Mark just showed me this great square drill bit he found, which I'm very excited to
I was like, this is so exciting. So you have to use a jigsaw.
Right, do a jigsaw. That's going to be your easy. You could chisel it with a hand chisel if you wanted to get old school and didn't want to get power tools.
But not probably a first-time user.
No.
If you're not a first-time user of a jigsaw, maybe try something else or have somebody else do it for you.
So then all you're going to do here first is you want to use wood glue on this because the wood is pretty narrow. You want to use glue to help you sort of make it stay. A little bit of wood glue. You're going to then crisscross these.
Oh, crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce. And again, I did the little pre-drilled divot there, and you're going to do a screw right into the center. And because you've done that pre-drilled, you don't need to worry about it.
Well, you screwed it right into the table.
Make sure your screws aren't too long.
Go back to the sweater. How did you do that?
They're all tools. Once you've done that, what you're going to do, and this is just a sort of rinse and repeat, you're going to get your mallet, and here's where I took that notch out, if you can see there, and then the opposite side, remember that. All you're going to do is line those up, just like that. And now what I'm going to do here, Mark, if you want to give me a hand, you want to pre-drill it. So line it up first.
Okay.
Take a little, very small drill bit and drill into the edge there. Again, as I said, the only challenge here is that you don't want to split your mallets. Luckily, you usually have 6, so even if you do mess up,
I'm going slow on purpose because I just don't want it to.
There you go.
Okay, let me pull that back out. Now you don't want to move because.
Right, and now you've got the hole already there, and all you're going to do is go back in with your screw, and because you've got the countersink and the pre-drilled hole, it's going to be a super, super simple process.
There you go.
Of putting it in.
Probably should have dropped a bit of glue on there.
Right. You put a little bit, but there you go. Nice and sturdy.
Yeah, that's hard wood too, which is good. You know.
Right. Usually they're very hard wood because they're going to be outdoors. Then you're just going to do that on all 4 sides.
Okay.
Now for the tabletop, to add a little bit of zest, all I did was use a little bit of masking tape, as you can see here, and I painted on stripes to match. My thing, if you want to help me pull those off there. Super easy way to get a very kind of professional look on it. And then if you flip it over here.
What do we do on the underside?
To make it extra sturdy, what I did was I drilled 4 holes to match. Just measure where your tops are, or you can also put a little bit of chalk on it.
Okay. Would you use a
put
paddle
it
bit
down,
for that?
match, and then you know exactly where.
Yeah.
Then get a paddle bit And what you want to do is you don't want to drill through your tabletop. So a little bit of masking tape.
Oh, tells you when to stop drilling.
And that tells you when to stop drilling. So do that.
Okay.
Those 4 spots. Pop a little wood glue
in each
one.
Okay.
And again, you do want to use the wood glue in this because you're dealing with pretty thin wood. That's what you need to do to really keep it.
And now we want to do this
exactly. Now all we do is put it on here.
Okay.
Line up your holes. And I'm doing this with croquet mallets, but this is really something fun you could do with like old lacrosse sticks, old hockey sticks. It's really kind of a fun thing that you could do with lots of different.
Look at that.
And there you go, Mark.
Fantastic.
Do the honors of like
put that on there.
Put it in place.
All right. Now, what would you do with the old like croquet balls or whatever if this is an old set?
Excellent question.
Oh wow.
As a crafter, we let nothing go to waste, Mark.
I was like, I know he's got a necklace or something made with these. Fantastic.
So I'm going to wait for them to finish playing.
Okay.
And then you and I.
And then we're taking on the winners. When you're done, let us know how it works out.
Getting
Come on,
very
Warren.
competitive over here.
Oh.